Is the beanie now a threat to national security? This woman drops her pronouns if you just look at this woman. She drops her pronouns and the internet absolutely roasts her. Democrats on the House floor are treating it like a theater rendition. Everyone's doing their monologues. Love those Michael Jackson hands. You look amazing. Oh my God. Trump says he's going to look into the Epstein files. Did we forget about the Epstein files? Are they not coming out? We were promised a truckload or something? And Jasmine Crockett is being touted around everywhere as the new Democratic nominee president. She goes on Jimmy Kimmel and it's a dumb off. Who can say the dumbest things together? We're gonna get into that. And Tim Pool triggers the entire internet with his beanie. Why did you wear that to the White House? What's going on underneath that hat? Show us. We want to see it. And he asks questions to the reporters and mocks them to their face. And the left, of course, accuses him of not dressing up just like Zelensky. We're going to get into it. It's absolutely hysterical. And I have AI officially take off the hat of Tim Pool to see what is underneath. You're not going to want to miss this show. This show is going to be crazy.
Let's go late and let the world
trust the government.
She sent in a little video for us. Oh. Here she is.
Hey, in spite of everything you've heard, and let me just make sure you all know that it's actually me. Say it's me.
Anti-woke.
Anti-woke?
suck on this, Biden.
Would we the all our
Folks stepping on them because that's black.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you're having a fantastic day. If you don't mind smashing a like on the video, it greatly helps me and the algorithms out. Let's start off this morning with a nice fresh cup of coffee and some absolute hysterical comments in the comment section. I think these are some of my favorite videos on the internet right now, where people will just post videos online and then people just mock them relentlessly in the chat. It's so funny to watch. Okay, okay. Watch this. Watch it.
She asked me what my pronouns are.
And then you ate her pronouns are obesity. Her pronouns are all you can eat.
Her pronouns are all you can eat.
And she identifies as hungry. Were you crying out gravy? She has more chins than a Chinese phone book. Her pronouns are finger licking good. Pronouns are numb.
Pronouns are finger licking good. I'll drink that. I'll drink to that.
Now Jabba the Hutt, we meet again. With behavior pronouns are she ate them. Wait a minute. This is.
Wait a minute. God.
Next level stuff.
This is next level stuff. This is next level stuff.
Hate from Houston, it's okay, girl. Keep your chins up.
It's okay, girl. Keep your chins up.
How the fuck did they find a vein to draw blood? Her pronouns are LBSKG. Her breath is delayed. It's turning Chinese. For fuck's sake. Feminist, lesbian, Peter Griffin. Is cholesterol a gender?
All right, it just goes downhill from there. I always figured I'd start off with the show with something silly, and nothing sillier than a Democrat from Michigan absolutely losing her mind on the House floor with these pink gloves on. Why are you wearing those gloves, man? What are we doing here?
I yield the gentle lady.
My favorite part of this entire video is you can hear the Democrat screeching from about a mile away, and she just comes into picture, and you can just see all these adults in the room outside of her just looking at her like, what is happening?
30 additional seconds.
The gentlewoman is recognized for an additional 30 seconds.
Cause of their servitude, sharing in the profession with those who have not come before you. Similar times of trying medical need, wars and flus past. You will see darkness, you will be pushed, and our society needs you to stand together at this time. Our
What's up,
country
Jesse?
loves you. To our doctors and our nurses. I wear these latex
The gentlelady's
gloves
time
to
has
tell
expired.
every American
The
to
gentleman
not
from
be
Maryland is
afraid.
What are you even talking about? Do you even know what you're talking about? I'm wearing these latex gloves this morning. And
reserves. The gentleman from Texas is recognized. The gentleman from Texas is now recognized. The gentlelady from Michigan is out of order. The gentlelady from Michigan is out of order. The gentlelady from Michigan is no longer recognized.
She convinced me. Yeah, she did. She convinced me too. I think my favorite part is she's like, there's going to be death and destruction and wars or something. I feel like she's reading out of the book of Revelations. She's trying to prophesy. Let her prophesy this morning, okay? Hallelujah. Let's get some prophecy music. Yeah, right here. Hallelujah. I feel like she's like a Baptist preacher. Hell and brimstone, take it away.
Cause of their servitude, sharing in the profession with those who have not come before you. Similar times of trying medical need, wars and flus past. You will see darkness, you will be pushed, and our society needs you to stand together at this time. Our country loves you.
Will you stand together in this time? Our country needs you. Pick up your brother and sister and stand together in this time. We wear latex gloves together.
Our doctors and our nurses, I wear these latex
The gentlelady's time has expired. The gentleman from Maryland is reserved.
Don't be afraid. Damn, those are some big balls on your neck. Dang, look at those pearls, man. Oh my God, dude. Incredible. Incredible. I'm channeling her inner AOC. Yeah, dude. Okay. Okay, I just thought I'd do that. Kristen says lunatics used to be confined to the street corners. Yeah, seriously. Are Democrats just all like inner homeless people hooked on crack on the corner of 7-Eleven? I'm trying to tell you, dude, one of my favorite times of my life, I don't know if I've ever said this story. One of my favorite times of my life, I was in Chicago. I lived in Chicago for a while, and I'm not Tim Pool. I lived in Chicago for a while. I went to school there. And I was walking down the street with a buddy of mine, and this black dude picks up this leaflet, and it was like a Chinese restaurant leaflet. And he picks it up and he goes, "Come over here, brother. Let me tell you something. Brother, come over here. I want to tell you something." So, all right. You know, in Chicago, you just get used to that kind of crap, and you're just like, "All right, what's up, dude? What's up?" And he's like, "Hey, man, look at this leaflet." I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "It's the Chineses." I said, "What about the Chineses?" He goes, "Man, it's the Chineses. They taking over." She's literally the same person. She's just the white version or whatever ethnicity she truly is. All right, let's get into Donald Trump. It's the daggum Chineses. And that story will stick with me for the rest of my life. Now, I've been confused. Where the heck are the Epstein files? I think people are pretending like we've all of a sudden forgot that there's actually Epstein files. Remember, we were told the most transparent administration in the history of mankind? Also, that the FBI building was going to get shut down and turned into a history museum or something. Okay, but yesterday somebody asked Donald Trump, "Hey Trump, do you know where those Epstein files are?" The Epstein files? What are those? It's those files about that huge, PDF ring of people, of celebrities and major world leaders, like doing horrible things to young children. Epstein files. Oh yeah, we were supposed to get on that. Oh yeah. I feel like it's like my mom asking me, "Derek, did you do your homework?" "Oh crap, it's Sunday night, I forgot." But here's somebody asking Donald Trump this exact question.
Mr. President, when can we expect the Epstein documents to be released? The rest of them.
Which documents?
The Epstein files.
Sorry, what did you say? Which documents? Were those released already? Didn't we give those in social media influencers that super sick clipboard that said confidential on the outside of it that had nothing in the inside?
The Epstein files?
I don't know. I'll speak to the Attorney General about that.
Yeah.
I really don't know. I know that we've done the RFK. Kennedy, Martin Luther King is out there very shortly, so we'll find out. But we've really announced we're doing them in full transparency. You know, when we did JFK.
Speaking of transparency, remember when Pam Bondi said that she literally has the files on her desk and not to worry, she's put a deadline saying the files will be released on that Friday in early March?
We all did. And the FBI handed over a couple hundred pages of documents. But, you know, Sean, I gave them a deadline of Friday at 8 a.m. to get us everything. And a source had told me where the documents were being kept. Southern District of New York, shock. So we got them all.
Does the Southern District of New York just own the federal government? What's happening?
By hopefully all of them. Friday at 8 a.m. Thousands of pages of documents.
Thousands of pages.
I have the FBI going through them. And Cash is also, now that we have Cash here, it's a game changer, of course.
Cash, you need to read a little faster, my friend. Stop going through them so much.
And Cash is going to, Director Patel, is going to get us a detailed report as to why the FBI withheld all of those documents.
Okay. So are we still withholding them? Where are these documents? We were told that they were going to be there was a truckload on your desk. I'm not forgetting this moment, okay? And I don't think you should either. Hold the feet to the fire. Keep asking him this question. All you have to do is ask Donald Trump, where's the Epstein files? If you say it enough, he'll be like, you know what? I'm tired of that question. And then he'll just find them for you. That's the best thing about him in this moment. Okay, let's go back to Democrat cringe. Jasmine Crockett went on Jimmy Kimmel and started making fun of Elon Musk for being an idiot and then said the most insane thing I've ever heard her say. And again, she's not just a fringe Democrat on the Democrat Party. She is going to be potentially the presidential nominee for the Democrats. They love her to death. They love her. Okay, let's listen.
I actually wanted to be an anesthesiologist.
I'm so glad I wasn't drinking my coffee right when she said that. You want to be a what? You want to be a what?
I actually wanted to be an anesthesiologist.
I'm just going to be honest. I don't know if you have the capacity. And I don't know if I want you to be my anesthesiologist. Oh, because I'm black? No, because you stupid. What the frick, dude? I was actually going to be an anesthesiologist. Yeah, you look like somebody who could be, worries about the finer details and the finer print on things. I think if I walked in and my anesthesiologist was, okay, you need upside down right here, and you need upside down, I'd be like, okay, we're rescheduling. We're rescheduling. I don't feel like dying on the hospital bed today.
I actually wanted to be an anesthesiologist. Mm-hmm. So I've always been really good at math and science, but I didn't want to talk to people.
You wanted... Yeah, that's why I run my mouth constantly and I'm on Jimmy Kimmel right now. People believe in that? I hate talking to people. I just hate talking about, oh my God, there's a microphone in front of me. That's so weird. I hate talking to people though. Oh my God, a microphone. Excuse me, Donald Trump, you are so stupid. Donald Trump, you the dumbest. Oh my God, I hate talking to people. I be hating and talking to people. God. Do people actually believe this little shtick she has? I mean, she could literally be all things and nothing. She's like, yeah, I was actually going to be a rocket scientist, but I said, you know what? I'm going to cash it in and be a political grifter. Look, all of us need to know our lanes in life, and that is not a lane for you, and it's not a lane for me. I'm too stupid to be an anesthesiologist, too. I would be like, how much milliliters did I give that person a fentanyl? I forgot. I'm sorry. Your son died on the table today because I was daydreaming. A black anesthesiologist.
At math and science. But I didn't want to talk to people.
You wanted to put people to sleep, and you kind of are doing the opposite thing now.
Yes, I want them to be woke now.
Oh, and here it begins. Yesterday, we did a whole article about how the left is trying to recoin the term of wokeism to dark woke. We're dark MAGA. No, we're dark woke MAGA. It's different. You wouldn't understand. We're dark woke. We're woke, but we're dark. We're dark-skinned woke. We're demon dark. We're dark. We're woke. Remember when they said that wokeness wasn't a thing? And it was just a right-wing talking point. And that right-wingers are so obsessed with wokeism and wokeism isn't even real. Well, that stopped working because people were like, no, we remember you guys pushing this. And so now that they've become a new chameleon and changed forms, now they're like embracing wokeism, and it's beautiful to see. Now I want people to be woke. Now I want people to be woke. And nothing's more woke than a good old revisionist history, like calling Elon Musk an idiot. Look. I am not the smartest person in the world, but I will be the first person to not call Elon Musk an idiot. All you have to do is look at his life and go, this guy isn't stupid. like, if you were to compare my life to Elon Musk, you would say, I'm stupid. You would look at Elon Musk and say, he is not stupid. But if you do think that Elon Musk is stupid and you're not stupid, you're probably stupid. Hold my beer. You might be a redneck if you think Elon Musk is stupid and you're not. You might be a redneck if you go on Jimmy Kimmel and say you don't like talking to people. We have lots of Indian and Asian people in the hospital. Oh yeah, always.
The level of incompetence is almost like incomprehensible.
She just learned that word today. That's one of them incomprehensibles.
The level of incompetence is almost like incomprehensible. It is.
You know when somebody says like a word that they just learned that they feel like it's like a big word? They get like animated about it. They go, incomprehensible? Incomprehensible? And you're like, why are you emphasizing that word so much? Because I just learned it, honey. I just learned that word and I'm feeling good about that word. I like that word. I use that word at any time I want. I was actually told I was given $100 if I say incomprehensible at least 100 times on Jimmy Kimmel. They'll give me the Democratic nominee.
The level of incompetence is almost like incomprehensible. It is so bad. And when you bring up the idiot known as Elon Musk,
I'm being controversial, honey. I'm being controversial. God. I can't believe Democrats are like, this chick gets it, man. This chick gets it. We need to vote for her in. We need her in. We need her in immediately. Let's go back to incomprehensible. I love that word.
The level of incompetence is almost like incomprehensible. It is so bad. And when you bring up the idiot known as Elon Musk,
a standing applause.
He is not only like very sinister and has no idea what he's doing, and people are like, oh no, he absolutely knows because he's the richest man in the world. Like, yes, he knows how to hire smart people, but don't conflate that and believe that he is the genius because he ain't. And so level of
God, I want her to be the Democratic nominee so bad. We need to push this. I'm changing my mind right here, right now. She is the smartest person on the face of the earth. Democrats, please put her at the forefront. I want a ticket of her and Kamala Harris as VP. Don't give Kamala Harris the president. Give her VP again. I put her in the front queue. She is smarter than Elon Musk. Okay, look at her life. Look at Elon Musk's life. She's a genius. She's been able to hoodwink an entire leftist thought process and biases and culture and sphere to believing that she's actually a good idea to be president. And that takes a lot of gall, honey. I want to go back one more time to incomprehensible.
Level of incompetence is almost like incomprehensible.
Incomprehensible? 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 I feel like we're about to start dancing right now. I need to have an incomprehensible dance with me right now. Okay, let's get into the Beanie Man. There's some Beanie Man news. Tim Pool triggered the entire internet, including mainstream media news sources, but most importantly, leftist streamers. Because nothing drives leftist streamers madder than watching Tim Pool get invited to the White House and they not. How does he get invited to the White House and yet continues to wear that beanie? What's underneath that?
Beanie, tell me what's underneath that beanie. Show us, Tim Pool.
So Tim Pool gets asked a question, he gets invited, and of course, my favorite streamer in the whole world, Hasan Piker, gets absolutely pissed off about that, and I get excited. Let's hear his thoughts on seeing Tim Pool.
Hoax, the Covington smear, and now what's being called the Maryland man hoax, where an MS-13 gang member adjudicated by 2 different judges, I believe, is just simply being referred to as a Maryland man over and over again.
Is he not a Maryland man? What? I'll have you believe, sir, he's actually not from Maryland. He's from D.C. Is that what Beanie Boy's saying? He is not a man. He's not a man from Maryland. Yeah, Maryland is fake. Russia Today correspondent Tim Pool. Yep. Yeah, I love the centrist liberal Tim Pool. Hey guys, centrist liberalism. Wait, is he wearing a hoodie under his suit jacket? Oh, gross. Oh, brother, suit jacket, hoodie, beanie combo is so gross, dude.
Hoax, the Covington smear.
It's so gross, dude. Was she tanning on her barbecue grill? Yeah. What's the weird zebra lighting on her? I didn't know what was going on with that lighting either. But it's funny to watch everyone just freak out about Tim Pool being invited, like Roy Lopez. So Tim Pool's fan logic, Peter Doocy can show up to the White House press briefing room dressed like this, and it's totally fine with you? Yes. That'd be Petey Pablo Doocy. Take your shirt off, put it around your neck, spin it like a helicopter. North Carolina. It's literally North Carolina beanie. Fantastic. If Peter Doocy showed up in a freaking hat like this, do-rag as they say, do-rag as the kids say. If he showed up in a do-rag, I would absolutely lose my mind. But only if it's under a Democratic president. I want him in a do-rag not under this administration. Have some respect for this one. If the Democrats shout out Jasmine Crockett and somehow Jasmine Crockett wins and becomes the president of the United States, then Peter Doocy can wear this. Okay, that'll be appropriate to wear in the White House. But I'm loving some of these memes of Tim Pool going to the White House to ask questions, and you have replaced with Zelensky was replaced with Tim Pool on this picture. And the comments are just absolutely hysterical because, again, the whole context of this question was talking about this Maryland man thing with MS-13. The media keeps referring to the MS-13 member as a Maryland man because they want you to think he's an actual American citizen when he's not. He's an illegal. And you're not a Maryland man. They just keep saying Maryland man. It has a nice ringtone to it. It's like Marilyn Manson man. It's all the same. And of course, Tim Pool called him out for his stupid comments about the Maryland man thing. And so naturally, when you're losing an argument, is to immediately attack somebody on their looks, especially when you got a profile pic showing your armpit. There's nothing sexier than a man's armpit. Ew, dude. Why are you showing me your pits, dude? Look at my bicep. It's freaking huge. Look at my bicep. He goes, Temple thinks that if you were born in El Salvador, you can never be considered a man from Maryland. Even if you have a wife, kids, and a wife and kids. Even if you have a wife that you beat and a career as a union worker and also have MS-13 tattoos. He goes on to say, you had hair at some point, but I think it's okay to call you a bald loser now, Tim. Do you see what he did there? Oh my God, he's a freaking genius. He's a freaking genius. And then Harry Sisson, who's my favorite Democrat paid operative. One of my favorites. Just the cringiest dude ever. And also, if Harry Sisson sends you a Snapchat, delete it. He goes on to say, Tim Pool cried about President Zelensky not wearing a suit when he met up with Trump, and this is how Tim showed up at the White House today. Zip-up jacket and beanie. Maybe he shouldn't be such a hypocrite. I love this so much. I love that all of a sudden everyone's a fashion guru. And I do think it's hilarious that Tim always wears a beanie everywhere, and he wears the same black shirt and the same oh, you're wearing a black shirt right now, Derek. Really? You're going to talk about wearing black on this show while you're being a hypocrite? Unbelievable. You're unreal. You know that? You're really unreal. I do think it's funny seeing he wears the same thing like every day on the show to show, I don't know, consistency or a brand or image to wear. But my favorite is his cope about being called out for what he's wearing. He goes, no, Harry, you don't get it. I intentionally did not dress up for the dirty smear merchants. When I met Trump, I wore a suit. And then people are like, no, you didn't. Which time are we talking about? You're not wearing a suit here, dude. But it's okay, dude. I don't care. I'm not the fashion police, dude. You do you, boo. You do you, boo. I just think it's funny. It's like, I intentionally did not dress up. Come on, Tim. This is your look, bro. This is your look. I think that you go to bed wearing exactly this. I think if I walked into your closet, it would be all black shirts and black hoodies. I think I'm not even convinced that you have one of these beanies. I think you have hundreds. I think they're laying around everywhere, and that's okay. Do you, boo. Do you, boo. Do you, boo. As somebody who also wears a hat due to insecurity, I totally understand. But again, these are the people that are making fun of Tim Pool being bald are also the people that walk around like this, you know?
Smaller.
Smaller. Yes. Okay, I like this. Well, you have a cat.
Yeah. Tim Pool is so bald. Look at his baldness. But also, I'm so freaking.
Just off the top of my head. Just off. Hit it now. Sway. Here, clean it. Paw. Make a paw.
Yeah, Tim Pool is so bald. What a loser.
I'm working with amateurs.
You're a grown man, dude. You're a grown man dressing like that, bro. I'm just saying. You're a multimillionaire streamer that complains about the rich constantly. Get over it. He did wear a suit to one Trump gala, though. With the beanie included. What am I even watching? You're watching me take down Hasan Piker. I just love that people are making fun of him, and then it's like there's like clips of this going around of Hasan Piker wearing exactly this. You're like, why are you making fun of Tim Pool and what he's wearing? All I have to do is pull this up. And anytime I pull this stuff up too, as well, about these streamers that make fun of Tim Pool for what he wears or whatever, they're like, oh my God, Derek probably has this like archived on his hard drive. And I'm like, yeah, it's archived in my mind because it's literally, I'm having PTSD. I'm literally trauma bonded with Hasan Piker now due to him forcing me to see this video. Why did this show up on my stream? Hasan is gross. So is it okay for Tim to wear exactly what Tim wears? Yes. And the whole thing about Zelensky was that Zelensky is cosplaying as some kind of wartime general with what he wears while asking America for billions and billions of dollars. But let's go back to this exact clip, because I think this clip is very telling. So this whole clip was about MS-13 and about how, like, I am starting to be convinced that I don't think a Democrat out there in the world thinks that the guy from Maryland who is an illegal that was part of MS-13 was deported because he's an illegal and part of MS-13. I'm starting to think that Democrats everywhere think he's an American citizen and that Trump administration just accidentally deported him. Every single one of their comments cannot tell me otherwise.
Hoax, the Covington smear, and now what's being called the Maryland man hoax, where an MS-13 gang member adjudicated by 2 different judges, I believe, is just simply being referred to as a Maryland man over and over again.
Is he not a Maryland man? What? I'll have you believe, sir, he's actually not from Maryland. He's from D.C. Like, is that what Beanie Boy's saying? He is not a man. He's not a man from Maryland. Yeah, Maryland is fake. Russia Today correspondent.
I'm literally convinced that nobody over the age of 13 watches his show. Same with you, Derek. Your show sucks. Okay, so, and this is not where it just ends here as well, but you have Jon Stewart like saying the same thing. This is the leftist, the left wing godsend. I wish he would run for president. He's literally the smartest person ever. I'm starting to think that like all these people, they just read headlines and they're like, okay, Maryland man, he must be a Maryland man. So here's what Jon Stewart thinks of this illegal. And again, we went through all the court documents. The guy literally beat his wife and his wife put out a court order against him. Now she wants him back like every abused victim does. And that you're like, why are you still with that abuser? And she's like, he's gonna change. Things are different this time. And the Democrats are like, yeah, see, his wife wants him back here. And you're like, she looks like she's being held hostage. Like, what is happening? You guys I thought you guys were like, believe all women, except for if you're a wife of an MS-13 member. I can never underestimate how retarded Democrats are. Okay, here's Jon Stewart.
When the president of El Salvador, Bukele, came and sat with President Trump, there is a gentleman from Maryland that they say is a terrorist. And
okay, I'm going to play a whole clip, but I swear to God, there's nothing that triggers me more about this story than he's from Maryland. He's a Maryland man. He's a Maryland man. He's from Maryland. He's a Maryland man. He's a Maryland man. He's from Maryland. He's a Maryland man. He's a Maryland man. And then all of a sudden you're like talking to people and you're like, did you hear about Donald Trump deporting that Maryland man? The Maryland man? Do you know the Muffin Man? Do you know the Maryland man? The Maryland man? Yes, he lives on Drury Lane. Do you know the Maryland man? The Maryland man? The Maryland man? Do you know the Maryland man who lives in El Salvador? I just can't with these Maryland man stuff. I give full credit for bringing up the issue of media manipulation. Yeah, me too. I just can't with this Maryland. It's literally media manipulation, calling him the Maryland man over and over again. Is there they take these little cues, constitutional crisis. Like that's the other one the Democrats are constantly saying. We're having a constitutional crisis. We're literally having a constitutional crisis. It's a crisis that's attached to the Constitution. And you're like, what does that mean? I don't know, but we're having one. You know what I mean? Do you get it? We're literally having a okay. I'm sorry.
When the president of El Salvador, Bukele, came and sat with President Trump, there is a gentleman from Maryland that they say is a terrorist and is MS-13, but they've offered no compelling proof of such other than I guess he has a Chicago Bulls hat, which, by the way, as a Knicks fan, I am not against
so funny
sending people to prison camps for being fans of the Chicago Bulls. That's not, please don't misunderstand.
Jon Stewart is in favor of sending Bulls fans to prison camps.
I just want due process for these types of actions. When the
if we need due process, even though he was due processed and everyone agreed he was part of MS-13 and they're a terrorist organization. You know what? MS-13 isn't necessarily a terrorist organization in America, though. So if they're a terrorist organization in another world, it's different, right? Okay, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, totally. He's a Maryland man, after all. Look, MS-13 starts with an M. Maryland starts with an M. They're all Maryland men. Can we reframe and... MS-13 is no longer called MS-13. It's being rebranded as Maryland Men. When you refer to yourself as MS-13, you're referring to Maryland men everywhere. Stewart is an idiot. I don't think they read headlines. Yeah, he is an idiot. But my favorite, too, is you watch Fox News interview people that live in literal Maryland and what they think about this. And I love, too, that it's like the first two people are like some black women, and you know they about to spit it. They aren't home back.
He was living in Maryland, designated MS-13 terrorist, and Donald Trump deported him. Mm-hmm. How does that make you feel?
I feel safer.
He gotta go. He gotta go.
Need to go. I mean, that's it.
But he was a father.
But he's still a terrorist.
Okay. I mean, but there's children living without fathers now.
He should have picked and choose, so he picked to be a terrorist instead of worrying about his children.
The Democrats, they want him back. They say he was wrongfully deported. He has a wife and a kid who's just...
Who is this guy? I think this is a MS-13 member right here. Who the frick is this guy? Where in the world is MS-13 man? Is this Carmen Sandiego's biological son? What is this shirt, too? You got your little tie-up. Oh, my God. That's so cute. Okay. Oh, there you go, Derek, making fun of people. What are you wearing? Never. I love what he's wearing.
They say he was wrongfully deported. He has a wife and a kid who's a citizen. They're calling this a national emergency. Is this a national emergency?
I wouldn't call it a national emergency. We got more things going on. We have more things, more fish to fry.
I just found out about it, so I don't think so. What kind of national emergency? For what? What is the emergency for?
Ain't no national emergency, no.
He was accused of hitting...
Ain't no national emergency. I'm with that guy. Ain't no national emergency. Not up in here. Not up in here.
His wife twice and was a suspected human smuggler. Was he wrongfully deported?
No. He need to go.
If he's a smuggler, yeah, he need to be deported.
It's better to be...
I don't think any of these people know the story at all. I love it. I love that. Was that real? Yes, it's real.
Safe than sorry.
Your senator here, Chris Van Hollen, he flew to El Salvador where this guy was deported. He met with them, had lunch with them, had margaritas on the table. What's up with your senator?
I have no idea, but I do believe that was a waste of taxpayer dollars.
Margaritas.
You agreeing with somebody whooping their wife,
Did he actually go to the women's side Belk? Oh my God. Dude, I haven't been to Belk in a minute. Where's Laura Chen? I have no idea.
Where you live, then you don't need to live here either.
Senator Van Hollen, you need to come see me, Mr. Coley, because you doing like that. You need to take care of home before you go to other states.
He went to El Salvador.
Oh, that's another country, excuse me.
What has Senator Chris Van Hollen ever done for you?
Nothing.
Nothing. For me? Nothing.
Nothing that I know of.
He ain't do me. I can admit that.
I've never even heard of this person.
Oh, he's admitting that. I'm man enough to say it.
Do you want Kilmar Abrego Garcia, this quote-unquote Maryland dad, living back in Maryland?
No. No.
No. No.
Not if he's doing trafficking, no. Why the I want somebody like that back? No.
What is your message to the Democrats who really want him back in your community?
Why would you want that in my community? Bring it to your community and see how long you like it up there. Leave.
Oh no, the Maryland man is not working like they thought it would work. It's all crashing before your eyes, and it's beautiful to see. Sense, what are you so worried about Lauren Chen? What's Lauren Chen's thing? What is she? Is she dead or something? Do we need to know what's going on with Lauren Chen? Okay, finally. We need a big reveal, okay? We need a big reveal. I asked I asked AI if they would be willing to see what's underneath Tim Pool's beanie. Since the left is so obsessed with uncovering his beanie, I asked AI to do it for us. I'm not afraid to say I use AI, okay? I'm not afraid to say we need some like big reveal music. Reveal music. We need some reveal music. I want some dramatic reveal music. I don't like any of that. It's not bad. Okay. Let's finally see what's under Tim Pool's beanie. I'm nervous. I don't even want to click this button. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Okay, let's see. This whole time, Tim Pool's been hiding his beautiful hair like that. Oh my God, dude. I didn't know. I thought he was wearing it out of insecurity. No, he has some beautiful hair. He's hiding his beautiful hair from the world like that? Oh, Tim, show us that hair, okay? It's gorgeous. Look, I'm going to be the first one to say this. I think underneath the beanie, he has a beautiful, 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 beautiful fro. I think Tim Pool has some dreadlocks underneath that beanie. I think Tim Pool is actually part black, and he's got part black and part Viking. You tell me where the dreadlocks originated from. I think he has beautiful hair underneath. He should get a nice toupee. I think toupees actually look pretty good these days. I actually have a friend that got a toupee. He like shaved his head, and then they glued his toupee on his head, and I couldn't even tell. I was like, wait for real? Man, they be making toupees look good, because I guess people get like toupees, they get pasted, and then they get like a haircut that matches the toupee, and the toupee, it actually looks pretty good. It's freaking weird. Kristen, I know what's under Tim Pool's beanie at Brain. Nice. I like that. Me too. There's a video of a guy knocking off the beanie. Yeah, I've seen that video. Tim does not like that video. I don't blame him though. You know, it's like he's got a look. He's got his thing. I don't care. It's like we all have our insecurities, We all have our insecurities that, like, if people only knew this about you or this about me, we would like crumble. And so and some people's insecurities are more in front of your face than others. And that's one of them. That's all right. Whatever. What are you going to do? I still enjoy his show. I enjoy his content. Call that Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt have toupees. Can't tell that Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt have toupees. Wait, do they really have toupees? I just figure like everybody that's rich these days, I think like everybody that's rich these days are like taking trips to Turkey to get hair transplants. I mean, why wouldn't you? If you are a multi-millionaire and it's like 10 grand to get a hair transplant, I mean, just do it. Just freaking do it. Shampoos may be thinning hair on purpose. I think so. That's why I use bar soap. SenseQuest, I hope he has multiple beanies of that style. I don't think he does. I think it's the same beanie. I think he's like Bill Gates. It was always reported that Bill Gates had like a closet full of like the same t-shirts or something, because he didn't want to think about what he wore because it took up too much of his brain or something. And I forget the whole reasons. I think he has an entire closet full of black shirts, black sweatshirts, black coats. And Tim, imagine having a husky like me. Look, this is the only black shirt I own. I own one black shirt because I have a husky and her hair gets everywhere. I try to look over my shirts whenever I do these live streams to make sure. But Tim Pool the whole time was, look, say what you will about Tim. I literally asked, I said, have this man take off his beanie, okay? I had it, and this is what it came out with. It came out with somebody with beautiful hair. So I'm sick of all the left-wing trolls. Tim Pool has beautiful hair, and you guys need to get over it. Get over it. Get over his gorgeous hairstyle and gorgeous looks. All right, guys, I'll see you guys later tonight. And I apologize for not going live last night. I was getting a key made. I bought a used car for my wife. And the key, it only came with one key. It only came with one key, and all these new keys these days, it's like a 2019 car. With like 100,000 miles. But all these new keys are so freaking expensive. It was like a $400 key, and it took like an hour for it to get programmed. I thought it was going to take like 20 minutes. I thought it was going to take 20 minutes to get this new key programmed, but it didn't. It took forever. Violet says he never fixed his teeth either. His badge of honor for claiming he was a bum once. Oh, who are you talking about? Tim Pool's teeth? Dude, I used to have beautiful teeth because I had braces for like 4 years in middle school. And then my retainers came out and I never got them replaced. God, if that doesn't say anything about the kind of person I am, I don't know what does. Oh, he's got ADHD. He's got issues. He doesn't actually care about his teeth. He went through all that pain for nothing. Since Quest, I own lots of black shirts. Like Time, I buys them wholesale, Gideon Heavy. I like the heavy suit. This is the Carhartt Heavy. This Carhartt oversized. Big fan of it. All right, guys, I'll see you guys live later tonight. Come hang out with us. Come drop a like on this video if you do not mind. We'll have some fun tonight. I'm planning on having fun. Let's have fun. Let's have some fun. You know what? Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun.